Welcome back to Saico, everybody. I actually just had a melon grow inside of me. It's kind of cool. I mean, look at that. Yummy. Anyways, welcome back. This should be the third video. I am still hanging out at my farm, but what I am going to be doing today is I'm going to be modifying this farm. I'm going to be clearing everything out. I'm going to be turning it all into a melon farm, because the main reason for that is it seems to be that farms really only grow in the chunk that you're standing in. So like there's really no point of having this 3x3 chunk farm, and so I'm not really gonna do cactus because a 1x1 chunk cactus farm really just is not worth it at all. And plus, building a cactus farm without fly is gonna be so annoying. So what I'm doing, I'm turning it all into a melon farm. I'm gonna build a 1 chunk melon farm right in the middle. You can see in the chunks, this is the middle chunk right here. So I'm going to have the farm, and I'm going to lay out some walls. I can actually fit, I think, 10 walls on this platform. Should be pretty easy with the infused buckets. So gen buckets basically makes genning walls a lot easier. So that shouldn't be much of a problem. I'll probably put 10 wraps on this real quickly and set up some melons inside of it so I can start making some more money. Right now, I am still at 30k. I haven't been playing too much, but that is still a decent amount, and so it's definitely gonna be enough to be able to afford to get some more infused buckets, gen the walls on this base, and get started with that. And so what I'm just gonna have, not an automatic melon farm, just kind of like this. I'm just gonna harvest it with an axe. I do have one of these, and since I can fix every now and then with the command, it shouldn't be a problem to just harvest it whenever I want some money. So that's what I'm gonna be doing for money. And then I'll probably be able to fit a spawner soon. Right now I can't afford one because it's 20k for the first tier spawner and I have 30k, but I do have to build a base first because you can mine spawners in enemy territory. So if there's no walls on this, that spawner is going to get mined up in an instant. Don't even have to build a simple hybrid cannon. So what I'm going to be doing is putting some walls on this and starting the melon farm. If I have money left over, I might even include the spawner, but we'll see how that goes. And for now, I'll just start clearing out this farm. Alright, everything is gone now. The platform is nice and clear, so you can see it's a little bit bigger than 3x3 chunks, a couple blocks on each side, but the base itself with the farm is going to be in this chunk right here, this middle chunk area. So I'm actually going to have the inside be 16 blocks, the full chunk, since that way we're not wasting the space, because if the farm is only growing in this chunk, I don't want the wall to be right here. I would have the farm right here. This way it's actually growing, so I can have the most space that a farm can really grow efficiently. I'll be taking use of that in this base, this farm, so that's why the wall is going to be a block out. And I am going to be able to fit 10 wraps on this platform nice and evenly, so that'll be nice. And it also is the reverse layer underneath it. I don't really have to worry about getting reversed, because I don't think anyone's going to really bother to build a reverse cannon for a melon farm. A reverse hybrid cannon actually, would take a little bit of time. And so that's where the base is going to be, just to lay this out for you guys. You can kind of understand and have wraps going out like that. And yeah, they're just going to keep on going until it gets all the way to the edge of this platform, which it should line up evenly if I counted correctly. And it does. So this is 10 wraps right here, and that's just going to go all the way around the base. Should be some decent protection, because I'm not sure how common TNT is on here. It's only been about a week, a little bit over a week since the reset. So I don't know how many people actually have TNT, because to get creeper spawners, you really do have to go through the entire headhunting, 25 levels. It takes a little bit of time. I know people have done it by now, but like, it's not like people have creeper spawners on the first day and they're already getting dubs of TNT in the first week. However, they could be getting a lot of money and just buying it, so that's probably what people do. However, like I said, I just don't think it'll be worth raiding this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build up to the sky limit, and I'm going to start setting up the scaffolding and the platform so I can place and gen the walls. This scaffolding up here is now done, so I'm pretty much ready to gen because I already have a flat platform since I did clear out the chests and I actually moved them down into the base, but you just can't really see because I'm so far away, all the way up here at the top of the sky limit. Can't see the chest from here, but all the stuff is in there, so it's a perfectly flat platform, except for those that are sticking out to mark the walls, but it doesn't really matter. The walls are just gonna be flown on top of it, and with these infused buckets you really can't make a mess while you're genning walls. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to the shop and buy some real quickly, and I'll be right back. So these buckets are pretty cheap, 400 for a stack, and as you can see right there, I have 35k. So I don't know how much I'm actually going to need. I'll buy a decent amount. I don't know. It took me down to 28k. I mean, I don't want to drain my entire balance. So those are all infused buckets. I'm gonna start out with something like that. If I have extra, that's alright. So I'll probably make a base eventually. But I should still have about 20k or so. 25k, 26k, good amount of money. Still plenty to get all the materials I'm gonna need for my farm since I already have most of everything. And what I'm just gonna be doing, genning these walls really quickly, and I'll bring it back showing you that. So these infused buckets, they can actually gen 2 walls at once. So I just have to really place it down like that, and it'll gen cobblestone going all the way down. Flows pretty quickly too, and then when it gets to the bottom, it'll just stop. It won't flow, spread outwards, and make a mess. But this is really easy. Just look at this. You know, I don't have to place lava. I don't have to place as much scaffolding. Apparently, you can't place them too fast. Alright, looks like they're gonna make me wait a little bit. But let's just check to make sure it's not messing up. It really shouldn't be. I'm pretty sure it won't. It looks like it's almost down on the bottom down there. Yeah, it's down at the bottom. No mess at all. Look at that. Beautiful. Easy walls. I'll be putting about 10 wraps on this, but it is including the base. So I'm also going to have like an anti-glitch there. So it's only going to look like 5 to 8 wraps, somewhere around there. But I'll bring it back when it is done. So one thing I am doing is, since I'm going to have a roof art, I'm going to have that covering these wraps, and I'm going to have water in like a couple of them, but not one of them. So that one will be like an anti-glitch layer, and then the roof will basically be covering all of these 4 wraps, and it's going to be pretty nice. It's actually going to be a melon, so it's going to be a pretty good looking melon slice. But what I am going to be doing is raising the walls up a block, so that these are actually covering the roof, so that it's not sticking up a block above the walls. That would be a major flaw, and I would just get destroyed in 2 shots, which isn't good. So this way, with these walls raised up a block past this walls right here, this set of walls, basically all going to be good. And I can still water the tops of the walls. I can put water like right there if I wanted to. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and then I'm going to have the base coming over right about there. Alright, I just finished genning all of these walls. So what we've got is these ones are going to be covered by the base, these 4, and then these 6 out here, which are going to be acting as actual walls that you can actually see. So I'm going to have to fill in these with water, And I'm probably just actually gonna place the water on top, because yeah, it's at the right Y level. I can just place water on top. That'll be easy. So that way they can't creep rag on top of the walls, which would be nice. And then I'll put the roof art up, and I can start actually building the farm, because I got a lot of space down there. If you look, it's almost 200 blocks tall, so it's over like 150 blocks. So that's a lot of layers of melon. I probably won't even need to use all of that for melon, because I'm probably gonna have so much like extra room, you know. So we'll see what goes on with that soon when we start building it. Alright, so I have started watering the walls, and another thing that I'm going to start right now actually is the roof art. So I've got a schematic for it already set up. Just gotta click that and you can see what it's going to look like. It's going to be a nice looking melon slice, already nice and juicy, ready to eat. But as you can see here, it is out of clay, and that was really expensive in the shop. Plus they didn't have colored clay, so I just bought wool. It's going to look about the same, still going to be fine. So I'm going to start out with a white border probably, and I'm going to just get a bunch of wool out, because I know where that's going to be. It's like 2 blocks wide all around, I'm pretty sure. Let me just double check though. Yeah, so that's what it's going to be, and then I'll probably just do a little time lapse for you all so you can see what that looks like. Alright, so the roof art is done. We got this melon slice up here, which I did actually design in creative on a single player world, so it was not just something I downloaded, you know. Obviously it's nothing fancy, nothing to really brag about, it's just a melon. But I think it looks better than a cobblestone roof. Didn't take very long, you know, less than 10 minutes. Not a big obstacle. So I'm gonna start on watering actually right now. So I think what I'm just gonna do is go across diagonal like I usually do, and then I might not have enough water, but it's gonna be making these sources over here, so I can just pick up some more if I need it. And you can still see the pixel art through the water on mini maps, so it still looks alright on there. And I might actually start playing with mini maps, so you know I can actually see that beautiful roof art we've just finally completed together here on this day, this fine day. But this roof is now watered, so gotta make sure we water the corners. Actually, that's something that a lot of people don't do. I actually raided a base today because they didn't water their corners, but with the way I'm watering my walls, it's pretty much automatically gonna water the corners for me, so I don't really have to worry about that. And speaking of watering the walls, I'm actually going to get on there right now, try and finish that up real quick so I can start the farm on the inside, and I'll get back to you. So the walls are done and watered. From the outside it looks like 6 wraps, which actually isn't even bad for a farm with literally nothing in it, no hoppers at all. But there are a couple water layers underneath, so it's really more like 8 or 9 walls that they're going to have to cannon through. I'm feeling pretty safe in this. I don't think anyone's really gonna attempt. I don't know if it's actually been found. I did get found that one time where I actually killed the guy at my farm, but I don't know if he has a home still or if he would actually raid it, because it is, you know, a few shots of TNT at least. Not worth it, or the time, honestly. Not worth the time or the TNT to go into this base just because of what's in it. Like I said, literally nothing. So hopefully it doesn't get raided. I don't think it will, and hopefully it'll last me a little while. If it does become a threat to getting raided, and if I do start putting hoppers and stuff in it, I'm not sure if I would or why I would, but I could just easily add some straight walls because I have claims for it. If I can actually swim over to the other side, I would show you guys. So I've claimed this chunk right here, and I also have the next chunk, so I can fit like 15 more walls, I believe. So I could probably just throw 10 straight walls on each side, leave a couple blocks of land that is still in my territory, of extra space. So could definitely just throw 10 more walls on this each side if I wanted to. Don't think I would even put corner pillars on it, not worth the time for that. But I'm feeling fine right now, so I'm gonna get to building the actual farm. I'm gonna start building the actual melon farm part of it now. So I'm gonna grab all this dirt real quickly, and I'm just gonna start building it from the bottom. I believe it shouldn't be too hard. So what I'm gonna do, I have this corner where I'm gonna be falling down, so I'm gonna leave a hole right there. I'll give myself a couple of blocks of space in case I want to jump around or anything in here. And I'm gonna start building this dirt platform, and then this is where, like, you know, I'm gonna be planting the melons, and then I'm gonna expand it up with a bunch of layers of dirt and a bunch of layers of melon, so I can harvest that. And as I'm harvesting, you know, the other layers like underneath it will be growing as well. So then hopefully when this is done, it should be big enough that I can pretty much just harvest infinitely, because there will always be melons growing, and that's just the goal here. So let's see if we can get that done eventually. Oh nice, we just completed the farming mission. So another one of those faction missions to boost our faction level, which shows up there. So we're still level 3, so we get some, oh, an extra F warp. Nice, not bad. Then we can increase our member limit, faster teleportation, good stuff. Maybe we'll get that soon, I don't know. Okay, so I have completed one level, just so you can kind of see what it looks like. It's really easy. It literally only takes like a couple minutes to build it, so I can definitely expand this easily. And what you can see is I've planted the melon in rows, and I've got the water flowing down, so the next level the water is going to be in the same place. That way I don't have to put like a cobblestone floor underneath each water, so that way I can have more farm levels, more levels of the farm, so I can fit more in, more efficient, more compact. So that's gonna be some good stuff. I also didn't put any blocks, or like sometimes you put slabs above the melons. I didn't do that, just so that I can walk through without having to jump. And like I said earlier, it's gonna also help it be more compact. And I think, yeah, some melons already growing, so that's pretty quickly. So if I have a lot of layers of these, I mean, that's gonna be a good farm, to be honest. I'll be able to farm it. I probably won't even need to go all the way up to sky limit. I highly doubt that I will. Probably only need like 10 at most, and then that would be perfect, and I'd have a lot of room above, so then I can just maybe throw some more walls on this and use it as a temporary base. I don't know, we'll find out. We'll see what happens when it comes to that, when we can actually afford it, because from buying all the stuff I'm down to like 7k, so I need to actually harvest this farm to make some more money, so I can actually make more walls and then get back up to being able to afford a spawner. So when I can do that, we'll see what's going on. and maybe we will use this as a base until we can afford to build a bigger one. Who knows? So that's all I've got for this video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. It's pretty long, another long one, so if you did watch all the way, good stuff. Hopefully that means you enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a like. That would be really appreciated. And as you can see here, the melon's growing nice and quickly. I haven't been AFKing for too long, and I've also got this melon axe on me. Since it has efficiency 5, I can just instantly break melons, so that's gonna be really great for harvesting this farm. And I am lagging a little bit, but it's not too bad, it's playable. But I'm going to be sitting here harvesting this, hopefully making some money and maybe buying a spawner for the next episode so I can start my headhunting journey. Once I do want to get that started, just so that I have more stuff to do, because just harvesting a farm for money isn't really fun, obviously. So ideally we're going to get some spawners set up, and then we can start leveling up our headhunting, and that'll just be great. More stuff to do, more stuff to see. Plus that'll lead to more faction challenges that I can complete, level up my faction, get some more of those perks. Those are pretty nice. But like I said, that's all for this episode. Hopefully you all enjoyed. I'll have more coming soon, and I'll see you then.